And welcome back, guys. Put on a heavier shirt because it's awfully cold tonight. Unseasonably cold, actually. And I made myself a tea. It's like a French roast, herbal with natural coffee flavor sort of tea. Caffeine free. And we are headed back into the game. I haven't actually done anything since I left you guys before. At the exact same screen here in the Sadrith Mora Mages Guild. And we're going to see if we can find this Hall of the Dead somewhere around here. I actually don't know where to go. We're going to have to do some searching. But that's half the fun of Morrowind, right? The Daedric Ruin is Anud Nabia. But that is not actually where we're going. We're trying to find an ancestral tomb that's near Anud Nabia. So first things first, we should locate the shrine. And then, once we've done that, we can see if we can locate the Halls of the Dead nearby. We can go ahead and Boots of Blinding Speed this, probably. Just speed this up a bit. We're also going to need a water walking spell. There we go. There are some Daedric ruins right down here, just south of Sadrith Mora. I can see the top of it here. And I figured that's as good of any place to start. But we got a hunger up there. One of my favorite beasties to kill. Terrifying buggers. Let's go ahead with our spirit knife. I don't think we hit him. Nope. So he keeps casting spells that keep hitting the spell I send at him. I've never actually seen that before today, although I suppose that's always been in the game. There's like a collision that happens with destruction spells, and they cancel each other out. But of course he's casting something nice and cheap, and I'm casting something super expensive. Alright, let's see what the name of this shrine is. Let's see if this is even where we want to be. Wow, damn. These guys are in full orcish armor. They look badass, to be honest. Kosh Terrari. So this is not the correct Daedric shrine. And that keeps happening to us. Alright, let's find another one then. We can go northwest. We have some Telvanni towers around. We have another tower right here. Here's an ancestral tomb. Dreloth ancestral tomb. I don't know if that's it, but you know what? Why don't we just take a peek? Why don't we hop in real quick? See what we have. Maybe it isn't what we're looking for, but maybe it is. We can go with our electrocute spell here. Lock level 10. Well, never mind. We'll go with a lesser open lock. We'll switch back to electrocute. We have a golden saint. Interesting. The golden saint shut the door on us? Oh, come on. Can I hit her at all? Oh. Damn it. Why don't we head outside? I can't wait here, there are enemies nearby. Maybe that's the enemy. Yeah, there we go. We'll rest for an hour. We'll hop back inside. Oh, this is annoying. Why don't we just reload from before we came in here? We'll come in the door. Oh, it's a Daedrith now, not a Golden Saint. That kinda sucks. I was hoping to be a Golden Saint, so we could, whoa. I was kinda hoping it would be a Golden Saint so we could soul trap it, but it's okay. We'll take some chemical ingredients, sure. Take another Daedrith heart. Calm creature. How did that work out for you? Chitin shortbow. Spoiled cure disease. Bone meal. Nothing interesting. Raw ebony. That's actually kind of interesting. Son of a bitch. What do we do? What do we do in these cases? Are these like ninja stars? They are. Interesting. Luminous Rosala, Scathe Claw, Resin. Orcish Helm, Nordic Trollbone Helm. Interesting. Okay. This is definitely not what we were looking for. This is an ancestral tomb and it's near Sadrith Mora, but this isn't the one we want. So we'll go ahead and continue water walking. The doors in these dungeons are killing me. These enemies just keep running into them. That's really pretty. Like, you have the Telvanni structure off to the side here. I have to inverse my finger. With the setting sun. I like the soft glow in the water. Very nice. So I think that's Telfir's place, although I'm not sure. It could be like Telbranor or some crap like that. Either way, it's not a Daedric shrine. So it's not what we're looking for. There's one. That's a big one too. There's an ancestral tomb here. I feel like we've already been to this one. Can we go local? We have not. This is undiscovered. And us, ancestral tomb. I don't know, maybe this is the one. We can go ahead and save here, just in case we encounter some fuckery inside. Okay, Bone Lord's glitched out. We instantly encounter some fuckery inside. Lesser open lock. This guy's got a higher block skill than I do. Aedra and Daedra. I don't know why we keep checking these urns. There's never anything inside except bone meal. again, there's something running into the door. Wonder if there's a way around this. Give me 1 second. Because we keep encountering this problem. Okay, so the console command is TCL. Yeah, let's see. I guess we can try it. Collision off. There we go. TCL. Okay, now we gotta turn it back on. TCL, collision on. Alright. So, if we ever have an enemy blocking a doorway, we can just use the TCL command to get through. I don't really like using console commands, but I mean, we keep running into the same problem. There's stupid-ass enemies blocking doors and we can't get through. I feel compelled to use console commands in these cases. Let's see if we can use our spirit knife. Got him. Got them both. That's a good chunk of our mana. Worked though. Nice. We have 100 alchemy, but still. Common belt. Weird thing. That's a cool helm. Single coin. Detect enchantments. Veteran Watchman's helm. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna take that. Oh, that's badass. Look at that. That's cool. It's very like Asian inspired. I like it. We'll put it home somewhere. Exquisite ring, nice. I would have rather an exquisite amulet, but that's okay. And I wonder if they want us to use the enchantment potion. I wonder if that's why that was there. I don't see anything on my map as we go through. Nothing's lighting up. So, I guess not. That would have been cool though if that was put there so that we would use it and find something cool. It just does not appear to be the case. Okay, world. I guess we can go north, right? We've looked for all the Daedric shrines that we can find in the south. This has been a difficult quest so far. There is a Daedric shrine right here. Maybe this is the one we already went to. Kinda gotten turned around now. Yeah, this looks an awful lot like the one with the orcs standing out front. Ooh. Damn. Flame Mage are not blowing us up. No fire salts. Got a Daedrus too. Oh, there's the door. Jan Ceramus. Nope. Not the right Daedric Shrine. Again. Okay, water walking. We'll continue north. See if we can find another Daedric Shrine. What's this? Is that Yakin? That is Yakin. We got one up here too, though, actually. This one's, Nollet. I don't think that's the one we're looking for either. There's a stronghold up there, which is interesting. We might have to look this up, ladies and gentlemen. I am stumped. This quest didn't give us a whole lot to go on, though. That's true, but we got the name of a Daedric Shrine, and then we know that somewhere near that Daedric Shrine, we're supposed to find an ancestral tomb. And altogether, we know that it's somewhere near Sadrith Mora. So I felt like that was enough to go on, but here we are. We found two Daedric Shrines, neither is the one we're looking for. Damn. There's one too. This one's pretty far, actually. This one's pretty far out. Oh, hey, look at this, look at this. There's an ancestral tomb with a skeleton right next door to a Daedric Shrine. This could be it. Omarin. I don't know. Let's see. Let's save real quick. Before we get ourselves killed. This is the closest I think we've been yet. Ooh, an actual golden saint. Shit. Okay. Let's soul trap. Failed casting the spell. Oh man. Mysticism. We got him. Okay. Let's go ahead and Spirit Knife. Got him. See if we can electrocute. We got the electrocute and the Spirit Knife going. Damn, we just leveled. Hitting us pretty hard. I don't think the electrocute's gonna kill. It didn't. There we go. It did not say we trapped a soul, though. What's with that? Why not? I almost want to reload. I know, bear with me, but I very much want a Golden Saint soul in a Grand Soul Gem so we can start enchanting our gear. And we had this great opportunity right there. And for some reason, the soul trap doesn't work. And I don't know what Don't know what reason that is. Let's try it again. Okay, we hit him with the spirit knife. Hit him with a second spirit knife. Hit him with a third spirit knife. Hit him with the soul trap, but it didn't seem to take. I think it's like dispelling itself. There we go. I've trapped a soul. I think that's what happened. I think she's dispelling herself of the spirit knife and the soul trap. Interesting. I didn't know that Golden Saints had that good of AI. Yeah, sure, we can take the Drew Shield. Okay, so did we get it? We did. Grand Soul Gem with Golden Saint. Nice. That'll allow us to put a constant effect enchant on any piece of our gear. And what I'm sort of thinking is that we can put like boots, like glass boots. We can put like 2 speed or 2 strength or 2 intellect or something. The strength would give us more weapon damage and equip load, but the speed wouldn't allow us to move faster, and the intellect would give us mana, right? And if we can put 2 points on like greaves, chest, boots, you know, maybe pauldrons, helm, something like that, we can get 10 points altogether. It'll make our gear look cool because it'll all be shimmering. And who wouldn't want an extra, you know, 40, 50 mana? Or strength. Or anything, really. It's a hunger, damn. Not what I wanted to fight next. Okay, we got him. Got him with the spirit knife. There's a Dremora over there too. We can try to paralyze him. Maybe. Target resisted paralysis. There we go. Then we can try to electrocute him while he's paralyzed. Oh, he absorbed the magic. These guys are very anti-magic. Okay, ebony short sword and a heart. Nice. Let's see if we can find the name of this shrine to confirm our suspicions of what's going on here. Is it down here? It is. Oh, it's blocked off. Blocked door to Anud Nabia. We nailed it. That's exactly what it is. Okay. So this must be the ancestral tomb. This has got to be it. Almarin. Okay, let's save and get in there. We can go ahead and put our regular boots on. We got a Frost Atronach first thing. We can try to spirit knife him. Got him. We can see if we can block some frost spells maybe. He's dead. Nice. Fire resistance. A Telvanni mole crab helm. Interesting. We got a chest. It's locked. We have a cool rug on the ground. Oh, hey, look at that. I don't know if that'll hit him. Oh, it did. Let's see if we can bait some casts. We did. Got another one. And he's dead. Nice. Rising Force Potion. Cool. We got a trapped door. Tried to paralyze us, but we resisted it. Oh shit. We can Poison Flask. He's gonna cast a spell on us. Oh, it's a shield spell. Okay, we hit him with the Poison Flask. That's hurting him real bad. Looks like it's a Daedric spear. I don't really want to fuck with that. He's dead. Nope, it's a dwarven halberd. We got a lockpick. Some marshmallow. Nice, a ruby. Nothing in this chest at all. Rising Force potion. That's the second levitate potion in this dungeon, which implies to me that at some point we need to levitate in this dungeon. So we should keep our eyes towards the ceiling a little bit. See if we can find any opportunities. Oh shit. We can try to spirit knife her. We got her. We can try to electrocute her. Yeah, she's dispelling herself. Smart. Clever girl. Oh no, it's a Jinx blade. She's electrocuted. We can hit her with the poison flask, maybe. Oh, she just paralyzed us again. Let's hit her with this soul trap real fast, because she's dying real fast. Got her. Got her. Boom! Trapped her soul. That's a nasty little glass paralysis dagger she's got there. Yeah, glass Jinx blade. Paralyzed for 10 seconds with quite a lot of charge on it. That is a nasty piece of work. The only saving grace there was that the dagger has relatively low damage, and we have 105 armor, because those paralysis were nasty. We got a shield of light, which actually isn't super valuable. We will take the glass dagger though, and now we have two Golden Saint soul gems from this trip. Iron Claymore. Ho ho ho! Looky here. So that is the route into the Daedric tomb. Just like the myth said. Oh wow, through a waterfall, huh? Cool. This look right here feels very Skyrim to me. Like this, with slightly better textures, could be right out of Skyrim. Like you can see Bethesda written all over this entrance. And you can find spots like this in Oblivion, and definitely in Skyrim as well. It's a very long way down. So we're going to try to stay up here. I don't actually see any enemies yet. This is why there were levitation potions everywhere. Because we have no way to get across. There's a Storm Atronach down there. Let's drink one of those levitation potions we picked up. Actually, how many seconds is it? 15 seconds. Alright. We got some time. Forge of Hilbengard. That's exactly what we're looking for. Let's wait for this to wear off. Sneak. And enter in. I don't see any enemies in here so far. There's a scroll on the ground. Levitate 500 points and invisibility 60 seconds. That is very interesting. So that scroll is implying, the developers put it there very specifically, use this scroll of powerful levitation, and it'll make you invisible. Just fly through this dungeon, grab the weapon, and get out. I think that's what that scroll is implying. Well, we're not going to do that. We are not afraid. Well, maybe we're a little afraid. Oh shit. Look at this guy. He seems bigger than a normal Frost Atronach, right? Or am I just being crazy? He just reflected Spirit Knife. And we are burning away. Let's healing wave ourselves real quick. Nice little heal. We're still burning to Spirit Knife. Heal ourselves again. We're gonna switch to Poison Flask. Are we stuck? We're not. We're good. He died. This is very interesting. It's like a giant soul gem we're standing on. Oh my god, lock level 85 and trapped. There's gotta be a way through there, right? There's gotta be a key somewhere or another way. I'm sure they can't expect players to get through a 85 lock. We can go ahead and water breathe real fast. We technically can get through that lock, but I presume the developers left something in here. Is that a seahorse? I actually don't see any chests or anything down here. Anything on the ground? Is there a key on any of this? I find it hard to believe that they expected us to be able to get through this lock. Okay, well, let's blast it open. Master open lock. Boom. We got a heck of a trap on there, so let's probe it like an alien. Boom, got it. Put our mace back on and open the door. Not really what I was expecting. Oh shit, there's the forge. Let's save again. This is exciting. I'm excited. This looks badass. Although honestly it looks a little scary. We'll levitate out of here. Let's levitate up to this pillar. See what we're working with. We got a flame Atronach, which makes sense. That's the forge. Ebony spear. No shit. Dwarven jink sword. Well, we'll take the ebony spear for sure. Full Nordic and silver weapons in here. Pretty cool, actually. The Armorer's Challenge and 36 Lessons of Vivek, so these are probably skill books for armor smithing. We got another Rising Force potion. Master Armor Smith. Helm of Wounding. Very interesting. We have some repair prongs. We'll take both. Armorer skill 41. And Armorer skill 42. The Armorer's Challenge. Now, guys, leave in the comment down below, would you like us to actually read through any of these books? Because Morrowind has some incredible books. I think there's almost 200 books in the game. And they actually are full stories. Some of them are long. This one's only 6 pages. Some of them are short. If that's something that you'd like to do when we find an interesting book, to actually stop and read through it and, you know, see what these stories are, I'm happy to do that. You guys might be bored with that. Some of you might not be interested in it. There's some books that I've read and I like. Darkest Darkness is a great one. The Cake and the Diamond is a really nice one also. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to read through interesting books when we find them. And this would count. The Armorer's Challenge is a pretty interesting book, I believe, by Mimophanes. So let me know what you think. I almost think it would be appropriate to read through this book, seeing how this quest is all about finding the hidden forge of this legendary armor smith and trying to find his legendary weapon. So I'm going to suggest that we actually go through and read this book here. But if you guys hate that, if you think that this is the worst thing ever and you don't want to do it, let me know down in the comments, and we won't do it again. So the armor is challenged by Mimophonus 300 years ago, when Kataraya became empress, the first and only Dunmer to rule all of Tamriel. She faced opposition from the Imperial Council. Even after she convinced them that she would be the best regent to rule the empire while her husband Pelagius sought treatment for his madness, there was still conflict, in particular from the Duke of Venghetto, Thane Miglamire, who took a particular delight in exposing all of the Empress's lack of practical knowledge. In this particular instance, Kataraya and the council were discussing the unrest in Black Marsh and the massacre of Imperial troops outside the village of Armaneus. The sodden swampland and the sweltering climate, particular in summertide, would endanger the troops if they wore their usual heavy armor. "I know a very clever armorer," said Kataraya. "His name is Hazadir, an Argonian who knows the environments our army will be facing. I knew him in Vivec, where he was a slave to the master armorer there, before he moved to the Imperial City as a freed man. We should have him design armor and weaponry for the campaign." Miglamir gave a short, barking laugh. "Ha! She wants a slave to design the armor and weaponry for our troops. Sorolus Sakis is the finest armor in the Imperial City, everyone knows that." After much debate, it was finally decided to have both armorers contend for the commission. The council also elected 2 champions of equal power and prowess, Nandor Beraid and Raphalas Yule, to battle using the arms and armament of the real competitors in the struggle. Whichever champion won, the armorer who supplied him would earn the Imperial Commission. It was decided that Beraid would be outfitted by Hazadir, and Yule by Sakis. The fight was scheduled to commence in 7 days. Sorolus Sakis began work immediately. He would have preferred more time, but he recognized the nature of the test. The situation in Armaneus was urgent. The Empire had to select their armorer quickly, and once selected, the preferred armorer had to act swiftly and produce the finest armor and weapons for the Imperial army in Black Marsh. It wasn't just the best armor they were looking for, it was the most efficient. Sakis had only begun steaming the half-inch strips of black virgin oak to bend into bands for the flanges of the armor. Joints, when there was a knock on his door. I see. His assistant Fandius ushered in the visitor. It was a tall reptilian of common markings, a dull green fringed hood, bright black eyes, and a dull brown cloak. It was Hazadir, Kataraya's preferred armorer. "I wanted to wish you the best of luck on the..." Is that ebony? That's pretty heavy for the marshlands. It was indeed. Sakis had brought the finest quality ebony weave available in the Imperial City as soon as he heard of the competition, and had begun the process of smelting it. Normally it was a 6-month procedure refining the ore, but he hoped that a massive convection oven stoked by white flames born of magicka would shorten the operation to 3 days. Sakis proudly pointed out the other advancements in his armory. The acidic lime pools to sharpen the blade of his dai katana to an unimaginable degree of sharpness, the akaviri forge and tongs he would use to fold the ebony back and forth upon itself. Hazadir laughed. "Have you been to my armory? It's 2 tiny smoke-filled rooms. The front is a shop. The back is filled with broken armor, some hammers and a forge. That's it. That's your competition for the millions of gold pieces in Imperial Commission." "I'm sure the Empress has some reason to trust you to outfit her troops," said Sorolus Sakis kindly. He had, after all, seen the shop, and knew what Hazadir said was true. It was a pathetic workshop in the slums, fit only for the lowliest of adventurers to get their iron daggers and cuirasses repaired. Sakis had decided to make the best quality regardless of the inferiority of his rival. It was his way, and how he became the best armorer in the Imperial City. Out of kindness, and more than a bit of pride, Sakis showed Hazadir how, by contrast, things should be done in a real professional armory. The Argonian acted as an apprentice to Sakis, helping him refine the ebony ore, and to pound it and fold it when it cooled. Over the next several days they worked together to create a beautiful dai katana, with an edge honed sharp enough to trim a mosquito's eyebrows, enchanted with flames along its length by one of the Imperial battle mages, as well as a suit of armor of bound wood, leather, silver, and ebony to resist the winds of Oblivion. On the day of the battle, Sakis, Hazadir, and Fandius finished polishing the armor, and brought in Raphalas Yule for the fitting. Hazadir left only then, realizing that Nander Baraid would be at his shop shortly to be outfitted. The two warriors met before the Empress Imperial Council in the arena, which had been flooded slightly to simulate the swampy conditions of the Black Marsh. From the moment Sakis saw Yule in a suit of heavy ebony and blazing daikatana, and Baraid in his collection of dusty, rusted lizard scales and spear from Hazar's shop, he knew who would win, and he was right. The first blow from the daikatana lodged in Baraid's soft shield, as there was no metal trim to deflect it. Before Yule could pull his sword back, Baraid let go of the now flaming shield, still stuck on the sword, and poked at the joints of Yule's ebony armor with his spear. Yule finally retrieved his sword from the ruined shield and slashed at Baraid, but his light armor was scaled and angled, and the attacks rolled off into the water, extinguishing the daikatana's flames. When Baraid stuck at Yule's feet, he fell into the churned mud and was unable to move. The Empress, out of mercy, called a victor. Hazadir received the commission, and thanks to his knowledge of Argonian battle tactics and weaponry, and how best to combat them, he designed implements of war that brought down the insurrection in Arminius. Catariah won the respect of the council, and even, grudgingly, that of Thane Miglamire. Cerolus Sakis went to Morrowind to learn what Hazadir learned there, and was never heard from again. Well, it seems obvious to me that if you're fighting in a muddy marshland, outfitting your champion in full heavy ebony armor is probably not the way. Interesting story, even if a little predictable. So yeah, if you'd like to read through some of the more interesting stories in Morrowind along the way, let me know. And if you frickin' hate it, and you're like, please never, ever read any of those ever again, just go kill things, we can do that too. Grandmaster's Armorer's Hammer. Okay. I was actually kind of expecting to find the weapon we were looking for here. Maybe it's up? I thought... Maybe we have to go up. Oh shit, that was a mistake. There it is. It's in a chest that's levitating. I wonder if that's intentional. It's lock level 80 and it's trapped. Okay, so we'll use the master open lock, right? We got it. We'll need to cast our levitate again. We will grab our probe. Recast levitate. Open our chest. And there it is, Skull Crusher. Wow, that's insane. For a one-handed weapon to be 10 to 60. Our mace is 5 to 30. Holy shit. And it only weighs 15 pounds. It has a constant effect, fortify attack 5 points, and feather 15 points. And since it weighs 15 pounds, it essentially weighs nothing. Guys, we're gonna have to use this. This is gonna have to be our new weapon. It is twice the strength of our bound mace. Our bound mace is 5 to 30, and this fucking thing is 10 to 60. And it also weighs nothing. And it fortifies our attack. That's nuts. We have to use this. We have to. Oh, it's long. That's what she said. We have to come down to this platform, yeah. How does it look? Oh, it looks good. It looks good. What do you guys think? It actually seems slightly slower than the bound mace. But that's okay, because it's hitting so hard. Wow. I think we have to use that. I think we have to. Which means we need a new ring. Because our ring gives us bound mace, bound shield, and we're not going to use the bound mace anymore, although the shield is nice, it doesn't weigh anything. And then it gives us restore health 2 to 3 points on self. So I don't know, we have to maybe make a new ring. A different ring. a ring that doesn't give us a bound mace anymore. Maybe a ring that gives us restore health and restore fatigue, or something along those lines. Anyway, we'll have to come back to that. Let's, I'm very, very excited about having a new weapon. We've been using the same weapon the whole Let's Play. So, let's recall out of here. We essentially got what we came for. I don't think there's anything else we need to do here. We should also rest and meditate on what we learned. Unfortunately, yeah, we really need to get our personality up to 100. And if I had known we were going to level this fast, I would have maybe done some training to ensure that we'd get our personality to 100. But that's not how this ended up working out, so we're only going to get the 1 point. But that's okay. Maybe we shouldn't rest here, though. I don't want the Dark Brotherhood to attack us here. Maybe it hasn't been 3 days. Okay, so yeah, we only get the 1 point of personality and the 1 point of luck. Unfortunate. But that's what happens when you level this fast. If there are Dark Brotherhood guys, maybe we can whack them with this mace and see how it goes. There are not. We did not get attacked this time.
Magic is my specialty.
Okay, let's travel to Vivek. We'll use the Divine Intervention amulet that we have.
You won't find a better
We have to put the
town.
Necromancer's amulet back on. Oop. This is Skullcrusher. It is indeed marvelous, but I can detect no trace of evil or curse upon this weapon. Perhaps it is only a legend. Perhaps it is a blessing and not a curse that preserves it from thieves, and perhaps we can perceive the hidden motions of the gods in this. It is safe, I assure you. Receive my special blessing, so you may dedicate yourself further to the service of the Nine, and speak to me again when you are ready for another of my Oracle's quests. Faux Quern has been added to your inventory. I wonder what that is. Faux Quern. Fortified blunt weapon, 5 points for 120 seconds. Cool. I mean, we don't need that. Our blunt weapon is 100, I think. Actually, it's 95, sorry. So I guess we technically could use it. It would bring us up to 100. But we have some pretty powerful rings, so we have no need for that. But that's cool. She gives us a blunt ring. We're 20% of the way to level 33, which is wild. And now we have a whopping 348 health, which is really cool. But I love this weapon, Skullcrusher. Yeah, I remember using this 20-something years ago as a main weapon, and I remember why. 10 to 60 for a one-hand is fucking insane. Some of those other huge weapons we've gotten, like Iceblade of the Monarch and Chrysamere, don't hit that hard. And they're very heavy, 60-pound two-handers, and they don't fortify attack as a constant effect. This weapon's fucking broken. This is overpowered as hell. Okay. Let's go ahead and get her next quest.
You seem like very good company.
You have done well, Jhakri. You have kept your oath well and faithfully served me in the Oracle's quests. If I need your help again, I'll send word through others of high rank in the cult. So we're done. I believe that's it. You have already risen to the highest rank possible. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the end of the Imperial cult. I think Skullcrusher is the last quest. Let's see what our reputation is now. 32. That's excellent. That's excellent. We're shooting for over 100 reputation in this Let's Play. So we're about a third of the way towards that. So now the discussion is what next? Where do we go? Right? We're going to definitely do another faction. We're now done the Imperial Legion. We're the Knight of the Imperial Dragon, the highest possible rank. We're done the Mages Guild. We're the Archmage. And we've done the Imperial Cult. We're the Primate, right? So we absolutely nailed out those 3 factions. We have a couple things left. We can do the Fighters Guild. I'd like to save the Fighters Guild and the Thieves Guild to do them at the same time, because those two are at odds. They're kind of warring in Morrowind. And there's a couple times where we have to be clever about what quests we do, because if we do one for the Fighters Guild, it will lock us out of the rest of the quests for the Thieves Guild. So I don't want to do the Fighters Guild just yet. I'm thinking we can do the Imperial Temple. We can do the temple quests. They're not my favorite. They start out with an insanely long quest to visit, I think, 7 shrines all around Morrowind. And you have to give those shrines an offering. And some of them will have, and some of them we won't. And you also have to find the shrines, and they can be difficult to locate. So I don't normally do the Imperial Temple, because I find it annoying to do the shrine quest, the pilgrimage. But it's a let's play. I want to do everything. So let's go ahead and do the temple next. We can bang that out. That will give us 4 factions that we are the top of. And then we can think about doing the Fighters Guild, Thieves Guild very carefully, side by side, hopping back and forth to do each other's quests until we're the top of both of those factions as well. Alright, it's only 51 minutes, so I guess you guys can join me while I do a little bit of housekeeping. One of the things that I want to do is I want to go to Sadra's Mora, and I want to train my speechcraft with Skink and Tree Shade, this guy right here.
This is an honor for me.
Because I want to get the maximum 4x multiplier next time we level. I think that's really important. So we'll train speechcraft up to 80. There we go. And now, next time we level, we have that 5x multiplier, and we'll be able to get our personality to 100. And then literally all of our governing stats, except for luck, will be 100. And we may never get luck that high. We can put 1 point into luck every time we level until the end of the Let's Play. But I don't know what level we could conceivably get to. 32 is very high. If we get to 40, that would be pretty much endgame. This character, you could do the math. You could subtract each one of these from 100, divide by 10, and see how many levels that we have left. For example, this would be 50, 40, 30, so that's 120, 135. This is actually 40, so 175. 60, so 235, 50, so 285, 70, so 355, and then 70, so 425. That's not exact, but 425 divided by 10 would be 42.5 on top of the level 32 that we are. So the max level for this character is roughly 74 by my napkin math, right? So that would be the highest possible level this character could get to, 74. And if we do that, we would be able to get our luck up to 90-ish. We could get our luck up to maybe 88. So pretty high. But we literally cannot get it to 100. Our character does not have enough levels left. Now, if we had been putting points into luck the entire time, so like all the way up to where we are now, it would have been possible. We could have literally gotten every governing attribute to 100. But I decided to level a little bit more optimally than that to get some of these things higher faster, which kind of left luck out to dry. So yeah, our luck will never get particularly high, but that's okay. It'll be an interesting thing to see if we want to go all the way to level 74 or something. It's definitely not necessary. In fact, we're so strong now. We've gotten so powerful on this character that the game's starting to feel a little easy. We might want to
I'm
even
sure we can work out a fair price.
increase the difficulty level now. I don't know how high I'd want to increase it. Some of the enemies we're fighting are still sort of kicking our ass, but a lot of the enemies we're fighting are just not denting us anymore. We have too much armor, which reminds me, we should it's all used up, okay? Well, we can use one of these repair prongs, maybe? There we go. So we are at 107 armor when we're fully repaired, and that's wild. like especially for light armor, right? So when you add the 107 armor we have, which is again crazy, on top of the 25% resist normal weapons from the Necromancer's Amulet, with 25% spell absorption, with 30% resistance to all types of magic there, and then here 25% resistance to magic from our Orc Racial, and then 10% resistance to magic from our Mara's Blouse, we're just not taking much physical damage at all. And we're not taking much magical damage at all. On top of that, our Necromancer's Amulet is healing us 1 point per second, and our Jhakri's Totemic Signet is healing us 2 to 3 points per second. So on top of the fact that we're taking very little damage, we're also healing a massive amount. The only time our health really seems to yo-yo is when one of our very powerful spells gets reflected back onto us. And that's the only time I feel like, oh shit, we're in trouble. So I'm thinking that until we get to some of the DLC content, like Blood Moon and Tribunal, that there isn't going to be a whole lot that's going to make us nervous. We're very strong. Now don't get me wrong, that's fun. Everybody likes to be really strong. But I don't want to just roll over the game either. So that's probably maybe at the beginning of next episode, something that we'll do. We'll increase the difficulty level a bit to keep things a little bit more interesting, maybe a little spicier. Up to you guys. You can toss your suggestions down below too about that. Do you want this to be a little bit more challenging and maybe have some fights that could very realistically kill us, or do you want to just keep running over the game? I presume most of you will agree with me in that challenge might be a welcome addition. Now, in Oblivion, we don't have to worry about that. As we get higher level, the game gets substantially harder, and we're going to get our asses kicked in Oblivion. But in Morrowind, it's pretty easy to get very powerful. And we're kind of there now, to be honest. We're going to sell all this stuff to Creeper. Make an outrageous amount of money. We have that glass jink blade too that we can sell real quick. Right here. Yeah, it's worth 6,500, which is pretty good. We can probably grab some gauntlets. Do a max sale. Get rid of that. And then we can probably do this Drew shield. With that gauntlet. And then maybe some of these potions. I want to keep the Rising Force potions because I believe that they come up for us relatively soon. I think that's something that's going to be an issue for us during the pilgrimage quests. I don't know for sure because it's been so long since I've done any of this, but I believe we need a Rising Force potion for those. And then we can get this Helm of Wounding out of our inventory. And some of these ingredients. We can sell some books, maybe.
You have my...
This guy here has all of our rare books. It's nutty how many books this guy has, because we keep every time we come to town. Look at all the look at all the rare books we sell him. This guy's practically becoming a bookseller. And if we ever want to come back and maybe read some of these, we can. There we go. I think that's pretty good. We'll take the 700 gold from him, and then let's hop back to Balmora real fast. We can hop back to our player house. That's also something we're going to have to do, right? So something that we consider for the first episode, maybe, that of the series going forward, so I suppose I could say the next episode, is getting a player house. So normally I do use this Balmora Council Club as a player house. After I've done the quest to kill everyone inside. And we can look into that maybe, so that we don't have to keep stashing everything in this in this crazy little area. There's our helmet. I do want to put this Redoron helmet in there because I think it's really cool. We have 7 raw ebony now, which is pretty neat. I think that's about it. That brings us down to 122, which isn't too bad, actually. We still have some weight on us that I'm not entirely sure where it's from. I think it's a lot of these soul gems, to be honest. Maybe we can put some of those away. And the propylon index, yeah. But even after getting rid of that... So this is 12 pounds, which would bring us down to about 100, so... Yeah, no, that seems right. And then we have 15 pounds here. That's pretty light. So yeah, we're done 3 factions now, and we'll have to meet up at the next episode and decide where we want to go from here. So thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll upload this, I don't know, shortly. I've been trying to just upload 1 episode a day, even though I'm recording more than one, because there's going to be stretches where I'm not able to record an episode at all, especially next week. I have an 84-hour work week, so I want to be able to upload 1 episode a day when I'm not actually making them, so I'm trying to stockpile episodes a little bit. But I'll release this to YouTube eventually, and if you're watching me from the future, let me know who wins the 2028 Super Bowl. If you could tell me that in 2027, that'd be cool. See you later, guys.